YouTube? This is Ag JD back with another video. This time I'm doing a video on something that I'm pretty torn about. There's two types of videos that I really don't agree with when it comes to MLB The Show. One of them being the roster update predictions and the other one being how to make stubs. And the reason being is because all those videos have an effect on the market. And sometimes I don't like the way that it affects the market. It ruins the chances for those of us that choose not to spend money on the game, other than purchasing the game, of being able to collect some of those cards that we want. So that is why I try to refrain from those. But I am going to actually do a roster prediction right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, for those of you who don't know, roster predictions are done on a 3-year backdated basis. So San Diego Studios not only takes the current relevant information, the stats from the year, where they picture the ERA and their whip and everything else, or the batters and their batting average and home runs, they go back over 3 years. So if a player is just now getting hot, then the chances of them being able to move up are a little bit smaller if they've had 2 previous horrible years or down years. So this is a trend over the 3 years of what a player represents, and that's what affects their overall and how they'll be upgraded throughout the game. So just, a little disclaimer that that's how the ratings go in the game. All right, the first player I'm gonna look at, starting from bronze, moving on up to gold. The bronze players that I think have a chance of moving up to silver, we're gonna start with Trey Mancini of the Baltimore Orioles. He has a batting average of 343, got 6 home runs on the year, 12 RBIs, hitting 362 versus righties, 292 versus lefties, on base percentage of 400, 12 extra base hits, and a slugging percentage of 701. Looking at his card, any improvement he's going to have is not going to be on the field in the end. So I feel like he's going to receive a batting upgrade, but he might fall short of silver. So if he do get this upgrade, I'm looking at probably going up to like a 73, 74, nothing major. But I do see him going silver in the future, just not currently at this time. The next bronze player that I'm going to cover is Matt Shoemaker. He has 3 wins out of 4 games, holding an ERA of 1.75 and 25.2 innings pitched. Has 23 strikeouts with a whip of .86. To me, he's a definite silver. At least I see him getting about a high of 76 probably. So 75, 76, I don't really see too much more than that. The next player I'm covering is Freddie Galvis of the Toronto Blue Jays. Freddie Galvis has a batting average of 328, 5 home runs so far on the year, 11 RBIs, 1 stolen base, and an on-base percentage of 357. I believe he's going to receive a contact bump to match up with his fielding, a slight bump up. Either 74 or 75, I'm not really sure about that, but I feel like he has the fielding, the hitting help. Right now he's an upper 73 on the day, so I see that he can probably get 74 or 75. Like I said, these are just guesses, these are predictions. I have no insight to any of this. My next possible upgrade of the day is going to be Maikel Franco of the Philadelphia Phillies. He has a batting average of 259, 14 hits on the year, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs, on-base percentage of 385. I believe he's going to get a power versus righty bump, possibly fall short. I believe he's going to fall a little bit short. So even though he's sitting at 73 right now, maybe get him up to a 74, possible 75. So for those of you that looking to flip cards and possibly take advantage of it, it might be a card that you want to hold on to. If it doesn't happen this roster update, probably in the future is when it's going to take place. Now, one of those players that I feel have high potential to go up in this roster update is going to be Josh Bell of the Pittsburgh Pirates. His batting average right now is 309, has 3 home runs on the year, 12 RBIs, on-base percentage of on-base percentage of 381, slugging percentage of 600, 9 extra base hits. So I feel like he's going to be a definite silver because he's going to get a boost in contact and a boost in power. Right now, he's a 74 up to 78 on the day with plus 13 in contact versus righties and power versus righties. So I really feel like come Friday, that'll be a silver card. Josh Bell to silver. The next player I'm going to cover is Jorge Polanco of the Twins. Jorge is batting .415 on the year so far. Got 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, on-base percentage of .467, an OPS of 1.22, slugging at .755 with 9 extra base hits. His bat earns him a contact and power upgrade, which I believe is going to get him either silver or right at silver with a 74, just fall a little bit short. The next player I'm going to cover is Domingo Santana of the Seattle Mariners. Batting average .341, 4 home runs on the year so far. That's 24 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, on-base percentage of .413, OPS of 950. He got a .537 slugging average, and he needs just 1 point for silver. I feel like that's an easy +1 for him. So you're looking at possibly a 75, 76. Unless San Diego Studios is feeling a little bit extra generous, and the more the merrier. Moving on to my possible silver to gold upgrades is Elvis Andrus of the Texas Rangers. His batting average right now is .403 with 3 home runs on the year, has 13 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, on-base percentage of .420, OPS of 1.04, slugging of .627. Excuse me. He's batting .471 versus lefties, .380 versus righties, 8 extra base hits, and the slugging versus lefties is .824. I believe it will go gold with the bump in contact and power versus lefties. So next up, I'll be taking a look at Wilson Contreras of the Chicago Cubs. He's batting .318 on the year, has 6 home runs, 12 RBIs, on-base percentage of .455, OPS of 1.22, slugging 773 right now. I believe he's going to receive a slight bump in power, but not enough to hit gold this go round. So if you do invest in him now, you might want to hold on to him for a bit, because I believe he'll be hitting gold pretty soon. Next I have Jose Barrios. Don't know if I mentioned that right, but Jose Barrios for the Twins. Just so far this year, he has 2 wins, 1 loss with an ERA of 2.3. 1 no decision, that's 27.1 innings pitched with 28 strikeouts and a whip of .73. I believe he's gold all the way. I'm calling it up about 82, so he'll be 81, 82. That's where I feel like Jose will be falling on this roster update. Next is Luis Castillo of the Cincinnati Reds. Castillo has 1 win, 1 loss so far in the year with an ERA of 1.46. He does have 2 no decisions. That's 24.2 innings pitched with 32 strikeouts and a whip of .89. I believe he's going to get that bump to 80, from a 78 to 80. It's not a major bump, but I believe it's going to be enough to get him to go. Next, I have Jose Alvarado of the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, this was a unique one for me, because when I was trying to complete some of my collections, every time I was trying to get this card, it seemed to be way up there in the cost for Stubs. And as the season progressed, I had to start looking into him and see what he was doing. I wanted to know, why was his price so high? Was it just because he was a silver, or was it because people were anticipating when the roster update was coming? And so looking at his stats, it could have been a little bit of both, but I definitely believe he's going gold. He has 4 saves on 4 opportunities this year, so he's at 100 right now. He has 2 holds. He has allowed 4 hits, but his ERA is at 0. He has not allowed a single run in 8.1 innings pitched. That's 13 strikeouts with a whip of .96. I believe he's going to receive a bump in his K9s, his K per 9s, and he's going gold. Definitely going gold. So looking at 81, possibly 82. I can see that for him. The last silver that I have on my list is German Marquez of the Colorado Rockies, a pitcher. So far this season, he has 2 wins, 1 loss with an ERA of 2. He got 27 innings pitched, and in those 27 innings, he has 25 strikeouts with a whip of .70, and one of those being a complete game shutout. I believe he's going to get a boost to his H per 9, his per 9s, his Ks per 9s, and that bump is going to get him to gold. He's only 2 away, sitting at 78. I believe he reaches gold on this roster update. Next on my list are those players that everybody are looking to go diamond. This is where everybody is looking to cash in. Well, Number one on the list, from what I see, if you look at the market trends, is going to be Cody Bellinger of the Dodgers. Right now, his batting average is .433. He has 9 home runs so far in the year, 23 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, on-base percentage of .513, OPS of 1.438. He's a diamond eventually, but I feel like San Diego Studios is going to want to hold off on bumping him right now. Because one of the reasons I believe when it comes to diamonds, they don't want to, to put somebody at that level without enough consistency, because making somebody a diamond and turn around and have to bring them back down to gold, or drop them down 1 or 2 tiers after boosting them is not a good look. So they want more than enough consistency. That's what I believe. So that's why I feel like Cody definitely makes diamond, but not in this roster update. I would give it another 1 or 2, depending on how great a distance San Diego Studios takes in between when they do the roster update. So Cody, not now, but Bellinger definitely will be receiving that diamond in the future. My next gold player that could potentially be a diamond is Blake Snell of the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, Blake is another one of those players that I can see from the trend in the market that people are really high on him, anticipating him going diamond. So far in the season, he has 2 wins, 1 loss with an ERA of 2.16. In 25 innings pitched, he has 36 strikeouts with a whip of .76. I don't feel he makes diamond this time around. I feel like if he stays on par, he's a definite diamond. The reason being is when you backtrack over 3 years, like I say San Diego Studios does, he had a rough 2018. He wasn't steady throughout the whole year. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't rough. He did finish up really strong in the season, but I feel like they need to see a little bit more consistency this year so far before actually going ahead and doing that bump. Because like I said, nobody wants to give a bump and then take it back away. My next gold player will be pitcher for the San Diego Padres, which is Kirby Yates, closing pitcher. So far this season, he has 9 saves on 9 opportunities with an ERA of .90, 17 strikeouts, a whip of .90. I believe he'll receive a bump in clutch and maybe hits per 9, but I still think that he's going to fall short of that diamond, so it might put him up to like 83. I call it that. Yeah, he's at 81 right now, so maybe like 83, 84, like right on the verge of being a diamond, but he'll reach it some point this year. My next gold player, I really feel like it's self-explanatory. That's Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves. This is a player that everybody has on their team because as far as hitting, he comes in clutch so many areas when he's in your lineup. So far this year, his batting average is at .327. He got 6 home runs, 14 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, on-base percentage of .464, OPS of 1.173, has no errors on the year. And if you take a look at his card, he's a gold batter, but he has no fielding. He's not even the bronze in fielding. And considering where he's being played this year, being switched between positions, and he has no errors so far in the year. So his fielding is at 100% all the way across. I think that he's definitely about to see diamond. He's definitely one of those players that everybody has been anticipating. I mean, being gold and always sitting around 8,000 Stubs average, he's definitely a diamond player that I see about to happen. So if you have him, or you have some extra ones of them, and you didn't sell them off, it's going to pay off. I believe it's going to pay off. The next gold player I have is the Milwaukee Brewers center fielder, Lorenzo Cain. Cain is batting .306 on the year. He has 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, on-base percentage of .378, OPS of .836. He's slugging .458 right now with 7 extra base hits. Now, his contact is pretty solid as he is. He's 78 versus righties, 100 versus lefties. Right now, he's +3 in contact and power versus righties, and he's sitting at 84. I believe he's going to receive some extra bump in the power that's going to help put him over. He's already a diamond fielding, so I believe that little bump is going to actually put him over. If not this time, the next time. But I believe he will actually get bumped up to a diamond this go around. And last but not least, the last gold player anticipated to go diamond that I think has a strong chance right now is going to be Trevor Bauer of the Cleveland Indians. Trevor has 2 wins, 1 loss on the season. His ERA is 2.05. In 26.1 innings pitched, he has 32 strikeouts with a whip of 1.03. I believe his hits per 9 upgrade will put him over and get him to the 85 at least so that he can make diamond. Now please do understand, with these roster predictions, I am not a baseball enthusiast. What I'm looking at is what's happening in real life versus what people are anticipating in the game. And this is just what I have a feeling for. And these are some of the players that I feel have some of the highest chances to get promoted to the next tier, whether it be from bronze to silver, silver to gold, gold to diamond. I don't look at anything that's going to get a player brought down. I really don't. Rather not spend my energy on the negative part, but just try to give an opportunity for some of us to get ahead, to anticipate some of the movements that might take place when the roster updates come out so that we can kind of capitalize on them. You know, some of us, if you didn't have a silver player and you need that, and that person possibly gonna go gold, you might want to go ahead and grind out some moments or whatever you need to do to get the Stubs, to get them now versus after the update, because it's gonna cost you a little bit more. But that's all I have for today. So till next time, Ag out.